Hello folks, I'm Dazed Donut. We are here doing a scav mission in Ground Zero. So the first thing I picked up is a Zarya stun grenade. Other than annoying your enemies, its only value is in crafting to make 23x75 Zavada flashbang rounds. I spawned in with SB-13 assault armor, which 2 are needed for a quest Sew It Good Part 3, and Aseptic Bandage, which 2 are needed for Med Station Level 1, and there's 2 crafts, one for an army bandage and another for a pile of meds. I've also got a can of beef stew, the large one, which 2 are needed for Acquaintance, which is the Jaeger quest, the first Jaeger quest. And later on you can trade them for BT ammo, and you can craft using that item to make the small cans of beef stew. There's also a can of humpback salmon, which its best purpose other than consumption is to buy first aid kits from therapists. Gold chains, other than being rather highly valued, you need 9 for the quest chumming. You need 8 to be found for a scav case in the hideout. There are 4 barters, 2 for therapist, 1 for a money case, and another for the Tarkon's director's office key, and 2 armor trades for a ragman, 1 for a gazelle and another for the AVS plate carrier chest rig. I also picked up a can of herring I should say, which trades for the Mr. Holodink thermal bag from Jaeger. Also a D-size battery, which trades for a sniper Mosin and for the AKS 74U Zenit B11 handguard, which I think is needed for Gunsmith 2. There's also 3 other gun part type trades. Going back to my inventory, I have an Esmarch tourniquet, which can be used to craft Soyuz and IFAKs. You also need 5 for Med Station Level 2. I had an A-2607 Damascus knife, which trades for a P226 pistol and an HK UMP 45 ACP submachine gun. Lastly, I had a Tarzan chest rig, which crafts into a Blackrock chest rig at Laboratory Level 2. I also had a Mosin, which you could use for the Tarkov shooter quests. So the printed circuit board has a lot to it, so I'll come back to it. Actually, so does the damaged hard drive. So the first item is a broken GPhone, which is needed for 2 quests. You need it for Signal Part 2, and you need it for Network Provider Part 1. It's also a barter for a 50-round drum mag, for an SA-58, trade for a Glock 17, a SIG MCX 300 Blackout, and 2 night vision devices, 1 for a monocular and 1 for a scope. The gas analyzer is necessary for 3 quests: Sanitary Standards Part 1 and Part 2, and Network Provider Part 1. It's also necessary for 4 trades: for a Grizzly medical kit, for a Keltec RFB 7.62x51 rifle, for a 30-round mag for a MP9, and for a far forward GPS signal amplifier unit. Apollo cigarettes have 1 craft for Wilston cigarettes. It also has 5 trades, 1 for an AK-74M, for an SV-98, for a bottle of multivitamins, for a barrel, for an AR-15, and an SPRM mount. Power cords are necessary for 6 hideout areas for Bitcoin Farm Level 1, Intelligence Center Level 2, Nutrition Unit Level 1, Rest Space Level 3, Shooting Range Level 3, and Hall of Fame Level 3. You also need 2 for the quest Farming Part 2. It's also necessary for a few crafts, for a T-shaped plug, and for a bundle of wires. CPUs are necessary for 2 quests, Signal Part 2 and Camera Action, for 3 trades: for a MP443 Grotch 9x19 pistol, for a Colt M4A1 assault rifle, and for a SKS Tapco Intrafuse chassis. They can also be used to make a Vertex programmable processor and graphics cards, both in Intelligence Center. Rye croutons only have 2 crafts. That's for the can of beef stew, the small one, and for Pevco light beer. Corrugated hose has 2 quests associated with it, Spotor Part 3 and Spotor Part 7. In your hideout, booze generator, defective wall level 6, lavatory level 2 and 3, water collector level 1 and 2, and nutrition unit level 2, all needed as well. There's also 2 barters, one for a Taz KS23M and for a 11-inch barrel for an HK 416A5. The ram stick we got is only necessary for 1 quest, camera action. It also has 3 trades, a DS Arms SA-58 assault rifle, a Silencer Co. hybrid 46 multi-caliber sound suppressor, and an AK Zenit B30 handguard with B31S upper handguard rail. There's also a craft for a VPX flash storage module. Some of this dialogue is so long that it's making me gasp for air. I'm kind of giggling at myself. So, back to the stuff I had to skip. PCBs, you need 2 of them for farming part 2. You need 3 of them for signal part 2. You need 15 for Bitcoin farm level 2. You need 3 for shooting range level 3, and you need 5 for vents level 3. You need 2 for a 5.56 60 round magazine, barter that is. There's another barter for a Glock 17 and then a M14 Ultimac M8 forward optic mount. There's only 1 craft for a graphics card. 4 damaged hard drives are necessary for Intelligence Center level 2. There are 6 trades for a backpack, a DS Arms SA-58, a MSA Gallet DC 800 high cut combat helmet, the Day Pack backpack, a MP133 custom plastic 4-stock with rails, which you need for Gunsmith level 1, a Glock 17, a HK UMP 45 ACP submachine gun, and an advanced current converter. So the gym, shooting range level 1, stash level 4, water collector level 1, workbench level 1 and 2, weapon rack level 1, and gear rack level 1. All need bolts. There are 2 trades for an APS 9x18 machine pistol and a Rise-T face shield. And I ran out of time. I have to admit, talking about every item really does keep me talking the whole time. Alright, on to the next one. So I spawned over by the car extract, I think. I spawned in with the A-2607 95 KH-18 knife. You need 5 of them for Punisher Part 4. There's 1 trade for an MP5, and there's 1 craft for paracord. I have an AI-2 medkit, which can be turned into a pile of meds, or an XTG-12 antidote injector. And that's it, nothing else remarkable. Duct tape is used in water collector level 1, rest space level 1, defective wall level 6, weapon rack level 2, Hall of Fame level 2, and gear rack level 2. There are 2 trades, one for the Anna Tactical Alpha chest rig and one for the SICK organizational pouch. You need xenomorph ceiling foam for weapon rack level 1, Hall of Fame level 2, lavatory level 3, and defective wall level 6. There's also a barter for a 6L18 45 round 5.45 magazine for an AK-74. I just picked up a pack of Tarker's dried meat, which you need 5 of those for the Quest Easy Money Part 2. And there's also a max level trade for Jaeger for an AI AXMC GTAC AR type pistol grip adapter. I just picked up some 5.56 M995 ammo, which is really high pen. 3 Iskra ration packs are needed for the Quest Acquaintance, and 2 are needed for the Survival Path Thrifty. There are 2 barters, one for a sound suppressor for a Mosin rifle, and the other is to replenish a factory emergency exit key. Lastly, I picked up a TP-200 TNT brick, which 6 are needed for Create a Distraction Part 1. You need 1 for your hideout, security level 2. There are 3 crafts, 1 for a VOG 17 grenade, another for an RGD 5 hand grenade, and lastly for an OFC 30 by 165 millimeter shell. So right now I'm running to the extract, which is going to be the boat, I think. So I'm going to go over the items that I missed from last raid, one of them being bolts, which you kind of need for everything. I talked about the beginning, which I talked about hideout items and the trades, but you can also use them to make magazine cases, lucky scav junk boxes, grenade cases, and a spark plug. I also didn't talk about a bundle of wires, which you need for everything in your hideout, it seems. Defective wall level 6, generator level 2, heating level 3, illumination level 2, illumination level 3, rest space level 3, security level 3, shooting range level 2 and 3, weapon rack level 2 and 3, and vents level 3. They also trade for an Ash 12 assault rifle, a TT-33 TT pistol, an HK MP5 9x19, X Products X5 50 round drum magazine, a weapon case, and a Bar 4 GPS signal amplifier unit. They craft into corrugated hoses, paracord, portable defibrillators, power cords, 9x18 PM SP8 ammo, gas analyzers, 9x19 Luger CCI rounds, and Geiger Muller counters. Lastly, I picked up a pack of instant noodles, and you need 2 of those for the quest acquaintance, which is for Jaeger. And that's it. Other than that, they don't have any value other than as food. They're 25 energy and negative 10 hydration. So right now I'm a little lost in the woods, which is fine. I kind of know where I'm going. I think I know where I am right now. Actually, I'm by the sniper rock, and I'm pushing around so that I can go around the back side of the lumber mill. I find that the safest way to go is usually the long way. So if I go all the way to the, I think it's to the west, and then I go down, that's probably the best way to go around the lumber mill. I used to go along the water, but every once in a while, especially this is late in the wipe, the chances of someone trying to get their Tarkov shooter quests done is pretty high. I think I actually died in one of the earlier videos, I should say, anyway. Woods has always been somewhat of an elusive map for me. I understand the southern bit, you know, the whole old map, the old woods, before they added on the massive chunk that they did and flipped the map over. But the new northern bit has always been a bit confusing. It's easy to get lost, but I've kind of figured it out now. One of my soon-to-be next videos is me trying to do the easy money quest, because I technically already got the poster, but I screwed it up and I had to go back and get it again. And man, it took me forever. That USEC camp up in the northwest corner, it's just constantly camped. People just snipe it. Sometimes they seem to hide inside of it. Plus, they've made certain parts of woods dangerous that weren't dangerous before. Like they put mines over in the southeast corner, which didn't used to be there. Which I think I died to one of those, and then I had to find another way, and I would get lost in the map, and my character would rot out. I would run out of time. I guess we can just sit here and enjoy the scenery. I've got about another minute or so before I get to the checkpoint. Just so you know, everything that I've said in this video is based off of patch 15, or the wipe that ended on Christmas 2024. I looked all this up on the wiki and then went back through the history so I could make sure that I was talking about this version of the game. There's one other scav nearby. I don't know if I saw him when I first got here. I pick up this Iskra ration pack because I didn't know how many I needed for the quest, so you might as well just grab them all. For some reason, I didn't feel the need to loot the body. I mean, I knew I would be safe because this other scav is there. He probably killed the guy. I see sometimes people use bodies as like ambushes, so it does make me paranoid to start looting, especially if the body appears to be in the open. So we're about to pass that scav camp on the right, and then I'm going to run, I think it's up and to the right to the boat. Three, two, one. I'm debating on making a playlist for this type of run, which it's low action, but it's just looting and running around the zone. I don't know how much people will like it, but hey, you never know. Maybe people will turn this on when they're trying to take a nap or something. I don't know. Well, thank you if you watched this far. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell if you're into this sort of thing. My view count, even though it's low, does kind of tell me what people like to watch, other than the first video. The first video does better than all the rest, but once I've gotten the hang of this, it is a lot easier to do, especially the voiceover bit at the end is one of the hardest things I've had to learn how to do. I think it'll get even easier as time goes on. As I have more experience doing this, I'll be able to link back to other videos and it'll just give me more content in general. All right, thank you and have a good day.